Up next, please welcome from Helsinki, Finland, Edis, Tatli.
My man Edis Tatli. Thought it was Edis. Whatever. It is what it is.
Let's get you up on the scale. 134.8 for Tatli. Thank you, sir. To your left. Take a step to your left. From Brooklyn, New York, Teofimo Lopez.
Uh-oh. The pressure's on.
Nice big pose.
The pressure's on.
Let's get you up on the scale.
Pressure's on.
135. 135 for Lopez.
You know, they're debating on whether he gets Loma this year or not. It's risky, but somebody's got to do it.
You see the way Lopez even jumped up on the stage? Oh. You know, he's got a charisma that connects with the audience. Forget about the fact for a second that he's bilingual, English and Spanish, which in the Western Hemisphere, which is where the money is in boxing, that's everything. Yeah. He's got charisma. Yeah. You can't deny it. The way he even he has stage presence.
Well, I must say this. You know, Teddy Adler said that Lomachenko is the most entertainer, the best entertainer right now. And
yeah. So Andre Ward, before the weigh-in, before these two weighed in, was talking and saying some very interesting things in regards to, you know, the pressure that Teofimo Lopez has on him. He can't look bad in any way, shape, or form. You know, especially if he's calling out guys like Lomachenko, you know, and saying fuck Lomachenko and all that. He can't look bad. He's got to look sharp. He's got to dismantle Edis Tatli. And if they throw, you know, Jose Pedraza at him next, then he's got to dismantle him. Or what if they really, really go with him versus Richard Commey? Then that makes you wonder, well, who is Loma going to fight? Because, as you know, it's not that deep with fighters that can be, you know, of fighters that can be politically made for either Loma or Teofimo. Well, Teofimo, he has more options because he's a prospect. Oh, well, they're with Tatli right now. Let's listen in.
Finish is not so good. So what do you feel about making your US debut fighting at Madison Square Garden?
Miltä tuntuu otella Madison?
Hyvältä tuntuu ja täällä on mennyt kaikki tosi hyvin ja ootan huomista.
So he feels great. He can wait to get on the ring on Saturday.
He looks real happy.
Everything has been going well, and he's been really enjoying his stay here.
What do you have to do to become the first man to beat Teofimo Lopez?
Otellaan älykkäästi ja fiksusti oikeastaan ja iskee vähän satuttaa sitä.
To box smart, to hurt him early on, and go from there.
Thank you very much, Pegamäki. That is Tatli. We send it over to Mark Regal.
Thank you, Bernardo. Teofimo, every time we see you, you and your dad say you ain't seen nothing yet. A lot of pressure, no?
No, you guys haven't seen nothing yet. You guys have not seen anything yet.
Well, last week we saw Vasily Lomachenko. This week we're going to see Terence Crawford. You tell me, who's the best fighter in the world?
Me.
Why?
Because I am. I'm just that great. People come in to see me.
What are we going to see tomorrow night that makes people say, you know what, he's right, that is the best fighter in the world?
What you guys are going to see is not just speed, power, but ring IQ. That's the whole thing. I'm a technician when I'm in there. And it's all about entertainment, man. Watch the celebrations, the Fortnite dances, everything come in together and finish it with the backflip and call it a night.
I think he gave you guys something to talk about, Max.
Yeah, listen, guys, Teofimo's a real nice kid.
You know, yeah, he's good. The pressure's high. So, you know, that's what they're talking. He's 12-0 with 10 KOs. You know, looking at the 135-pound division, you know, you got Mikey Garcia, WBC champion. He's likely, we don't know what he's going to do, but Eddie Hearn wants to make Luke Campbell versus Devin Haney for that WBC title or WBC interim. As you know, Vasily Lomachenko, WBA, and WBO. You got Richard Commey, that IBF. And as you can see, Edis Tatli is ranked number 3. Basically, you might as well say he's number 1 ranked by the IBF because they don't rank number 1, number 2, unless it's really they're the only organization that ranks number 1 as their mandatory. If you're number 1, you're the mandatory. That's why you see a lot of times in the rankings it's always not rated, not rated, not rated, because there's no mandatory. But if there is, if you go up to heavyweight, you'll see Pulev is the mandatory. That's why he's number 1. You know, he won an eliminator, but everywhere else, you know, Julian Williams is number 1. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, fights that can be made under that banner are Jose Pedraza. You know, maybe they can get Marcito Hesta over there. He's a Golden Boy fighter. You know, you got we don't know what Ant Crowler's going to do. I don't think Ant Crowler want to see Teofimo Lopez. You know, see what Yvonne Mindy's doing. Remember, he had that win over Luke Campbell. But right now, he's talking big fights. So therefore, you know, see how he does against a guy like Pedraza next if he beats Edis Tatli. And then go after Richard Commey if they really want to go for the gusto. You know, go after Richard Commey. But that once again raises the question of what is Loma going to do, or who is he going to fight if he doesn't fight Richard Commey. Now, if they let Teofimo Lopez fight Richard Commey to get that belt, then that obviously means that they're building up, you know, for Loma versus Lopez, right? Crazy. But we're going to be here tomorrow night covering the fight, covering the fights. Obviously, you know, I'm going to be, you know, I have the pay-per-view. So far, you know, I admit I'm getting the hype. So the pay-per-view is going to open up with Felix Verdejo versus Brian Vasquez, Shakur Stevenson versus Christopher Diaz, and then you're going to have this fight we just covered, Teofimo Lopez versus Edis Tatli. And then after that, you're going to have the main event, Crawford versus Khan, which is the way I'm going to be covering next. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.